Hi everyone, and today is very special day for us because today onwards we are going to start our online platform. That means we are going to learn through our online platform. So as you know, we were discussing about Heron's formula, and as I told you, we already completed the discussion of linear equation two variable. We understood all concepts well. You may revise it also, and after that chapter we started Heron's formula, and you may understood what is the application of Heron's formula. Heron's formula is just to calculate the area of a triangle, and as we know we can use the formula half into b into h to calculate the area of a triangle. That means area of a triangle, a common formula is there, half into b into h, that can be applied. But the problem is that formula can be applied when the base and heights are given. But in some situation, if base and height are not given, suppose three sides are given instead of base and height, if three sides are given, then we can use Heron's formula. And Heron's formula, it defined that Heron's formula is derived by a scientist whose name is Heron, and Heron's formula is nothing but area of a triangle is equal to square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. And these terms s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c all are under the square root, as you know. We already discussed about that. And here s is nothing but semi-perimeter, a, b, c are the three sides of the triangle. And now we are going to discuss about what are the application of Heron's formula. So please watch the video and learn well. Okay. So as I told you, our chapter is Heron's formula, and Heron's formula, let me explain by drawing figure also. I'm going to name the triangle as some ABC. Now ABC is a triangle. See, if it is a right triangle, let this is nothing but base and this is nothing but height. At that time you can use half into b into h formula if it is a right triangle and base and heights are given. And suppose if you are getting a triangle like this, name it as some ABC again, and as you know this is base and this is height. If base and heights are given, again you can use the formula area is equal to half into b into h. So in this, see, consider these two cases. In these two cases we can easily use this formula because here base and heights are there, so we can easily use that formula. And suppose if you are facing a situation like this, in this is a triangle and this side is given and this side is given and this side is given, let it be 3 centimeter, let it be 4 centimeter, let it be 5 centimeter. Can you use half into bh formula here? Because here base is given but height is not there. So since the height is not there, we cannot use formula half into bh. So we have to choose Heron's formula here. And Heron's formula is nothing but, as you know, Heron's formula, area is equal to square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. And here s is nothing but semi-perimeter. That means s is nothing but a plus b plus c by 2. Otherwise 5 plus 3 plus 4. 5 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 2. Sum of the three sides divided by 2. That is nothing but 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 by 2 is 6. And just apply the value of s here, and a is nothing but the first side, b is nothing but the second side, and c is nothing but the third side. Apply everything there. So a is equal to square root of, the value of s is 6, and 6 into 6 minus 3 into 6 minus 5 into 6 minus 4. Apply everything there, isn't it? So so this much completed. Then this is just a revision. I am recalling the things. I have to go for the new session. Just before that I am recalling the things. So it implies area is equal to square root of, see, here it is 6 into 6 into, and here 6 minus 3 is nothing but 3, 6 minus 5 is nothing but 5, 6 minus 4 is nothing but 2. So 3 into 1 into 2, 3 into 1 into 2, altogether square root of 6 into 3 is 18, 18 into 2 is 36, square root of 36 is nothing but what, 6. That means its area is 6 units square, 6 units square. So this is the way how to solve this type of a question. See, so as you know, we were discussing about exercise 12.1. I think I discussed this question in the classroom, and this question also I discussed in front of you when we were in the class. And this question also I discussed, and here I think few question I given you as homework also. And so I'm going to give you the first work. Just after this video, after watching this video, what you have to do is you just sit in front of exercise 12.1 again and start solving each question again as a revision. So your first work is, just after this video lesson, you just take exercise 12.1, take each question and try to solve each question and come back with the notebook answer or textbook based answer. That will be your first work after this video. After watching this video, you must solve each question of exercise 12.1 once again. Okay, and now we are going to discuss about application of Heron's formula in finding areas of quadrilaterals. Okay. See, let me remind you one thing. Whatever the works I am giving, you must do that. So as I told you, this is the time after watching this video, you must solve each question from exercise 12.1. Okay. And the next session is application of Heron's formula in finding the area of quadrilaterals. And you know, quadrilateral is a, you know, what do you mean by quadrilateral? It is a four-sided closed figure. Can you give me an example for quadrilateral? Quadrilateral, you can give me you can find out plenty of example, and just one example is rectangle, isn't it? Another example is square, isn't it? So rectangle and square is a common quadrilateral. That means quadrilateral means, once again I'm repeating, it's a four-sided closed figure. It can be a rectangle, it can be a square, it can be a rhombus, it can be a parallelogram, it can be anything with the four sides. And how we can apply this Heron's formula in order to calculate the area of a quadrilateral? So you can ask me a doubt, how we can use this Heron's formula in order to calculate the area of a quadrilateral? Because Heron's formula is commonly used to calculate the area of a triangle, no? How we can calculate the area of a quadrilateral by using Heron's formula? Answer for the question is in the video. Just watch the video. In order to understand how we can apply this Heron's formula in quadrilateral, I am going to solve few questions from exercise 12.2. And as you know, since it is an online class, we cannot solve all questions. So I will try to help you to solve only the difficult question, and remaining all questions you have to do it as homework. Okay, so let me take a question from exercise 12.2, and let me select the first question, and I will show you how we can solve out the first question. Please read first question. So question is like this. Let me explain the question. It's a park. Park is in the shape of a quadrilateral, and they given the name of the park as ABCD, and they mentioned that angle C should be 90 degree. That's why I drawn angle C in this way. That should be 90 degree. We have to draw angle C such that should be 90 degree. Angle A, angle B, angle D can be any measure, but angle C should be 90 degree. So when you draw a rough figure, you have to draw in such a way that angle C should be 90 degree. And AB is given, BC is given, CD is given, AD is given, everything is given, and we have to calculate how much area does it occupy. Means we have to calculate the area of this figure. Are you following me? We have to calculate the area of this figure. And can you consider it as a rectangle? No, this is not a rectangle. Why? Because see, in a rectangle, opposite sides should be equal, but here opposite sides are not equal, so it is not a rectangle, and we cannot consider it as a rectangle or a parallelogram or a rhombus or a kite or anything like that, because if it is a rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus or something like that, that should be given in the question. In the question nothing is given, so we cannot consider it as anything. So how we can calculate the area? So we can use Heron's formula here. How means you just divide this entire quadrilateral into two triangles. See, if you join BD, you will get two triangles, no? Then by using Heron's formula, you can calculate the area of this triangle. By using Heron's formula, you can calculate the area of this triangle. After calculating both area, you can easily add. Anyway, when we get two triangles, you know how to calculate the area of two triangles by using Heron's formula. Calculate the area of this triangle by using Heron's formula. Calculate the area of this triangle by using Heron's formula, and just add it. But can you identify a problem here? In order to calculate the area of this triangle, we should find out what is BD. Because in order to apply Heron's formula, we need three sides. No, here BD is missing. BD is not given in the question. We have to calculate BD. How you can calculate BD? In order to calculate BD, our aim is how we can calculate BD. Otherwise, what is the length of BD? We must know about that. How we can calculate BD? So let me remind you one thing. You have to write note yourself by watching this video. You have to write note. Okay, write each question and write solution. You can use this video also for writing notes. Okay, so how we can calculate BD? Let me come to the point. See, BD. You just consider the triangle BCD. Consider the triangle BCD. Consider the triangle. Consider right triangle BCD. Can you call BCD as a right triangle? Because this is 90 degree. So BCD is a right triangle, of course. And in that right triangle, can you apply Pythagoras theorem? What Pythagoras theorem says? Pythagoras theorem is nothing but base square plus height square is equal to hypotenuse square. Isn't it? What is base here in triangle BCD, which is base BC? So BC square plus what is height? CD. CD square is here. What is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is BD, because hypotenuse is always opposite to 90 degree, and that is going to be BD. BD square. And apply everything here. BC is 12, so 12 square. CD is 5, so 5 square is equal to BD. BD square is not given, just write as it is. So it become 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25 is equal to BD square, and it is nothing but it is nothing but 169 is equal to BD square. Then what will be BD? If BD square is equal to 169, BD will be square root of that. Square root of 169 is nothing but 13. Are you following me? So in this way we will get the value of BD. Once we got the value of BD as 30. So here in this triangle 3 sides are completed. In this triangle also 3 sides are completed. Here we can use Heron's formula, but is there any need to use Heron's formula here in this triangle? No, because this is a right triangle. Here we can use half into BH, but here we have to use Heron's formula and calculate both areas. So let me calculate area of ABD first. After calculating area of ABD, we will calculate area of BCD. Then after getting two areas, we will add. Then we will get the area of entire quadrilateral. This is how we can calculate the area of a quadrilateral by using Heron's formula. Separate it as two triangles and calculate area of each triangle and add it. So let me start from area of triangle ABD. So area of triangle ABD, we can use Heron's formula, and straight Heron's formula. Area is nothing but square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Then what is the value of S? S is A plus B plus C by 2. That means 13 plus 8 plus 9. 13 plus 8 plus 9 by 2. It will give you the value of S. So I calculate the value of S. The value of S is nothing but 15. Then apply everything in the formula. So area is nothing but square root of 15 into 15 minus A, 13, and 15 minus B, 9, and 15 minus C, 15 minus 8, because A, B, C are nothing but three sides, no? So it becomes square root of 15 into 15 minus 13 is 2, 15 minus 9 is 6, and 15 minus 8, just calculate that. So we got area of this much. And as I told you, if you want, you can multiply everything and calculate the square root. Otherwise you can use prime factorization method. How you can prime factorize 15? 15 is nothing but 3 into 5, no? 2 as it is, it's a prime number. 6, how you can prime factorize 2 into 3, and 7 is itself a prime number. And you can pair. How you can pair? See, 1 3 is here, 3. So when you apply square root of 3 into 3, so I'm repeating, and this much I completed. If you want, as you wish, if you want, you can calculate, multiply everything and calculate the square root. I think that is going to be little bit difficult. Otherwise, which method I prefer is just prime factorize every number. 15, how you can prime factorize 3 into 5, 2 itself, 6, 2 into 3, 7 itself. And when you apply square root for 3 into 3, when you apply square root for 3 into 3, we can write 1 3 over. When you apply square root for 2 into 2, we can write a single 2. And what is remaining inside the bracket? Square root of 7 into, see, square root of 3 into 3, single 3 you can write. Square root of 2 into 2, a single 2 you can write. And under the square root which are remaining, 5 into 7 is remaining. That is nothing but 35. We cannot do anything there. So 6 root 35 centimeter or meter in the question. It is meter. So meter square. That is the area of that triangle. So next let me come to area of triangle BCD. As you know, triangle BCD is a right triangle, so no need to apply Heron's formula. Just use the formula. Area is equal to half into B into H. So half into base is 12 and height is 5. According to that triangle, base is 12 and height is 5. Apply everything there. So you can cancel this 2 and 12 here. You can write 6. 6 into 5 is 30. 30 meters square over more. Okay. So we got two triangles area separately. Then it is the time to add. So total required area will be, area of the first triangle is 6 root 35 plus area of the second triangle is 30, that much meter square. This is enough. Maybe when we compare this answer with the back side of your textbook, you may feel that this answer is wrong. No, this answer is not wrong, because in the textbook they used to calculate the value of square root of 35. No need to calculate that, because in order to calculate square root of 35 we must use calculator, but we are not going to use calculator. This much only we will write. We will get the complete mark also, and this is going to be your answer. Okay. So you may understood how that first question can be solved out, and how we can apply this Heron's formula to calculate area of a quadrilateral. I think this is very interesting section, and you know, in between the video, as I told you, I will give you some works. You must do that work. Are you following me? And the first question I solved in front of you. The next question I will give you some hints. Then by using that hints, you have to do that. For some question I will give you some hints only. Understood? I cannot solve all the question in front of you, because you know that when the video length is going to be a little larger, I cannot upload it in the channel. That's why I will give you some hints. You can use the hints and you can solve it. After watching video, you must solve each questions. Are you following me? By using my hints, you must solve every question in the textbook. So let's move to the second question. Second question is, find the area of a quadrilateral ABCD in which AB is given, BC is given, CD is given, DA is given and AC is given. Let me draw a figure, and I will give you hints. You must solve yourself. See, this is the figure according to that question. Is there any difficulty in this? In the previous question, it was missing. Diagonal was missing. We calculated diagonal by using Pythagoras theorem. But here everything is given, including diagonal. So how you can calculate the area of this figure? Calculate the area of this triangle. Can you use can you use half into BH here? No, you cannot use half into BH here. Why? Because there is no information about this angle. We cannot say this angle is 90 degree. You cannot say this angle is 90 degree. So we don't know whether it is a right triangle or not. Since we don't know whether it is a right triangle, you cannot use half into BH here. We have to use Heron's formula here. Calculate the area of this triangle by using Heron's formula. Calculate area of this triangle by using Heron's formula. And after getting both area, add it. Compare with the back side of your textbook answer. This is your work. Solve yourself right now. Not right now, after watching the entire video. See, I'm going to wind up this video session here, because it is I think 18-20, it is nearly 20 minutes, so I cannot exceed more than half an hour. So I'm going to wind up this video. So after watching this video, let me remind you one thing. You got few works. First work is, as I told you, that is exercise 12.1, I think, isn't it? Yes, exercise 12.1. Each question of exercise 12.1, I know that we already discussed that exercise 12.1, but again you just take each question of exercise 12.1 and make sure that you can solve out each question of exercise 12.1. Now after completing that, take exercise 12.2 and solve the first question. I already discussed that. Then take the second question. I given you some hints. By using that hints, you can try to solve the second question. Okay, enough. Thank you. Stay safe. Have a nice day.